Hello children, how are you? I think you all are fine and in good health. So let's start our class with a little warm up. Rub your hands, touch your cheeks, take deep breath. Okay? So let's begin. Okay? Start. Okay, so let's begin with our number system. Okay? Now last class we have already discussed that what are rational numbers, what are irrational numbers, what are whole numbers, what is a number system and all those stuffs, right? How to plot an irrational number on a number line. Okay, now let's proceed with further. Okay, now you all know division. Okay, seeing the divisions so far, whatever you have learned, how many types of division do you get? One, where you see the perfect division, right? Where the remainder is 0. Okay, then we see non-perfect divisions, right? Which means non-perfect divisions means either we have two types, right? One, it can have repeating or reoccurring remainder, or it can have which means reoccurring remainder means the quotient will be also reoccur. And another type is we can find that it will go on non-terminating. Non-terminating and the quotient will not follow any pattern. This is also it can be terminating or non-terminating, but this will be terminating and there will be no repetition. Okay, now let's see what are these types. Let's discuss about what are these types of division. Now I give you 3 fractions. Okay, one be it 1/2, second be 10/3, okay, and third be 1/7. Now see, if I tell you to find the value of it, or if I tell you to interpret in decimal form, what will you do? How will you do that? 2, 1. Now 2 is greater than 1, so you will put 1 decimal point and you will get 0, 5, 10, right? Remainder is 0. Let's see about this. 3, 10, and how many times it comes? 3 3s are 9. 1 comes as remainder. Okay, we put 1 decimal point as it is smaller than 3, so we get again 0. Again the same thing, 3, 9. Again 1, for decimal we get 1 0, we put 3, okay, 9. Again 1. So you see, it goes on repeating. Okay, the remainder is not coming 0, and that also it is going on having same thing. Now see this one, 7. As it is smaller, we put one decimal point and 0. 7 ones are 7. We get 3. So for this we get 1 0. 4s are 28. So 2. For this we get 1 0. 2s are 14. We get 6. Right? This we get 1 0. Right? 8s are 56. 4. Now you see, this 3 divisions you go through. 1, you see, this one, where remainder is coming as 0, right? Here remaining is not coming as 0, and it is going on repeating the same thing and is following a particular pattern. See, 3.33. Again, if we put 1 0, again 3. So it is, this quotient is coming, this remainder is coming in a particular pattern. So as the remainder is coming in a particular pattern, so is the so is the quotient is also coming in a particular pattern. But when you see this one, okay, when you see this division, you see the remainder is coming abruptly. That means it is not following any particular pattern, right? When we get this type of situation, this is having this comes to an halt, that's okay, okay? But when we find this type of division, what do we write as quotient? Okay, see, for quotient we will be writing 3 point, and you have to notice which is repeating. Okay, here 3 3 is going on repeating, right? 3 3 is going on repeating. That means 3 is going on repeating actually, right? So we will write 3.3 and we'll put 1 bar. This means that the digit which is having a bar on its head, that will go on repeating. Okay, this one, though it is never ending, but we can see that this is also real. Okay, this is also, there is existence of this number. So from this concept comes, from this concept we can come to a conclusion about another type of number, that is real number. So let's see what is a real number. Real number means what? We have learned about rational and irrational number. Both rational and irrational numbers come under real numbers. Okay, both rational and irrational numbers come under real numbers. Under rational number, what type of numbers come? Let's see. So there comes non-integer numbers. What are non-integer numbers? Numbers like 1 by 3, 2 by 3, okay? Those numbers are known as non-integer numbers, which are going on repeating, okay? And here comes integers. Okay, under integers comes 2 types of number. One is negative number, okay, and another is whole number. Under whole number comes 0 and natural number or positive number. So this is the complete chart of numbers. Okay, first comes real number. Okay, from there comes, there we have two types of numbers under real number. One is rational, another is irrational. Rational numbers are what? Those can be expressed in p by q form, and irrational which are not rational. Okay, under rational number there are two types of number. One is non-integer, another is integer. Okay, now under integer there are two types of number. One is negative number, another is whole number. And under whole number, if we exclude the zero part, what remains is the natural number. Got it? Now suppose I give you a number like any number. Okay, like if I say 2.15. Okay, I give you a number 2.15, and I tell you, and I ask you rather that whether this is a rational number or an irrational number. Can you state it? You will say, first thing that comes in your mind is what? If it is a rational number, then of course it can be converted into p by q form. So can this number be converted into p by q form? Of course it can. It will be 215 by 100. By 100, because after decimal we have two decimal point, we have two places of decimal. So we all know that when we convert it into fraction, what do? 215 by 100. Okay, but if I give you a number like 0.3 and bar. Okay, if I give you a number as 0.3 and bar on the top, and if I ask you, is this a rational number? You will always say that yes, it is a rational number, and you can convert it by the same process. You can convert it by the same process, like 3 by 10. If you say 3 by 10, will it be correct? You see, this is having a bar. That means continuously this 3 will be occurring. So how many zeros you will be putting? Okay, you have no clue. So how to solve this type of problems? How to express 2 point? That means it is not the way of expression. Okay, so how to convert a number like this to p by q form? Okay, let's find out. What's our question? Question is, show 0.3 in p by q form. Okay, where q is not equal to 0. Okay, our question is, show 0.3 to the power, means 0.3 bar in form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. Now to solve this type of problems, what you need to do is, first let us consider the part after the decimal that will be occurring again and again. Okay, the part after the means this number. Okay, let us assume that this number be x. Okay, so it will be x is equal to 0.3. Okay, or 0.33 as you may say. Okay, 0.33 as this is repeating, so you may say 0.33. Okay, now what we will do, we will multiply. We are assuming that let x is equal to this one. Okay, so we'll multiply both sides by 10. Why have I taken 10? Why not any other this multiple of 10? See, after decimal we have bar on a single digit. Okay, means after decimal we have one place of decimal that is going on repeating. So we will be using 10 only. Okay, So if you multiply x by 10, so what it will come? 10x. And this side what it will come? This side what it will come? It will be 10 into 0.33, which means this side it will be 10x is equal to 3.3, or we can say as 3 plus x. If I assume that this is going on, okay, if I assume that this is going on, okay, so we can say that because 3 is repeating, no, this 3 is repeating, so we can say that if I put 2 3 or if I put 3 3's, all the same, okay. So what did I do? I multiplied this by 10, so what it came as 3.33. Now this 3 means what? We have assumed that is this number we have assumed as x, okay, right? So we can say that 3 plus x, okay. Now solving for x, what we can do? Now this is 10x, this is x, we can bring it to this side, okay. So what it will be? 10x, you know this is plus sign, so when it comes to this side it will become minus x. So 10x minus x is equal to 3, or 9x is equal to 3, which means x is equal to 3 by 9. Now what is 3 by 9? If we reduce to its lowest term, we can say that it is 1 by 3. So which means that if I want to convert 0.3 bar in P by Q form, then where Q is not equal to 0, then we can say that first what we have to do, we have to take the number and we have to assume it by any variable. We have to assume it, let the number be x, okay. See, here you can put 2 3's, you can put 3 3's, you can put 4 3's, because this means what? This is going on, this is non-terminating, right? So you can put anything, okay, you can put anything. So this will be point, any number of 3's you can put. Now what we will do? Multiply both sides by 10. Okay, so this will become 10x and this will become 10 into 3 3. If you do, then we will get one place of decimal will shift. Okay, so we will get 3.33. Now we will just move the part of x from the number and we will remove the x part and we will keep the number, okay, without the we'll keep the whole means yes, the whole number, and then we'll try to solve x, and we will, after solving x, we'll see that it will come in a certain type of fraction which is 1 by 3. Now for the next question, suppose now question number 2, you have show 1.27 can be expressed in P by Q form, where Q is not equal to 0. So this is the next question that show that 1.27 which has a bar can be expressed in P by Q form where Q is not equal to 0. And P and Q are always integers because they are rational numbers, right? So to do this type of problems, similarly as the previous problem we have done, see, again we'll assume that let this number that is given in the question as x. Okay, now see, 27 is having a bar. That means this number 27 is going on repeating, so you can put any number of 2 sevens. Okay, but see, 2 decimal places are repeating itself, so 2 digits after the decimal are repeating. So what we will do, we'll multiply both sides by 100. Okay, we'll multiply both sides by 100. So what do we get? Here we get 100x and here we get 127.2727 like this, right? When we multiply by 100, that means it will shift 2 decimal places, so it will be 127.2727. Okay, now let us separate x from this number. What is x? 1.2727, no? So if I remove that from this number, what will remain? 126 plus 1.2727, right? So, or 100x is equal to 126. Because why I need to remove? I need to solve this. I need to solve x. Okay, so for that I need to remove x, as we have assumed x. Okay, that we will be removing from the number that we have got. Okay, so after removing, we can say 100x is equal to 126 plus x. This is as good as writing this one only, right? Now, taking x in one side, we get what? 100x minus x is equal to 126, right? So, what is 100x minus x? 99x, which is equal to 126, right? So, x is equal to what? 126 by 99, right? 126 by 99. So if we reduce it to lowest term, what we get? We get 14 by 11. Is it or not? We get 14 by 11. So we can say the P by Q form of 1.27 bar is 14 by 11. Just note it down. Now next, let us see another type of problem. Show let a number be 0.475, okay, and bar is on only on 75, okay, not over 475 but only on 75. So this number can be expressed in P by Q form. Okay, show that a number 0.475, where 75 is having a bar, can be expressed in P by Q form. Okay, now how to do this type of problem? Okay, let's see. How many numbers, over how many numbers we are having, means how many numbers are repeating after decimal? 2 numbers. Okay, so let us assume x is equal to 0.475. okay, 0.475, or we can say that this can be written as 0.475 bar, which means 0.4757575, it will go on. Okay, so or we can say 0.475 bar, or either we write this, or we can say 0.475 bar. Understood? Let us assume this. Now again we see there are, after decimal places, there are 3 places of decimal that are shown in this one, but above 2 places of decimal we see there is bar. So multiply both sides by 100. Multiply both sides by 100. So what do we get? 100x is equal to 0.5, then again 7575, like that. Right. Now what did I tell? We have to remove x from this one. Okay, so if we remove x from this one, what remains? See, I am removing x. Okay, so I need to remove x from this one. So if I remove x, x means what? 0.475, right? If I remove x from this number, what remains? Just subtract. Okay, what remains? 47.1. that is what it remains. If you add these two, we will get this one only, right? So we can say, or 100x is equal to this one. Instead of this, we can write 100x is equal to 47.1 plus x. Now taking x this side, we can say 100x minus x is equal to 47.1, or 99x. Don't forget to write or. Okay, 99x is equal to 47.1, or better we write 99x is equal to 471 by 10. Therefore x is equal to 471 by 10 into 99. Okay, which means that is, we can say 471 by 990. Okay, So when we reduce, means when we want to express decimal numbers into p by q form, we have to do in this way. If there is no bar on all the numbers, okay, if there is a bar on a single number, we have seen. If there is bar on double number, means 2 decimal places, but all the numbers we have seen. And now we have seen that if suppose there is no not all the numbers are having bar, then we'll do in this way. Okay, understood? Note down. Now suppose if I tell you this is a 5th number, right? And suppose if I tell you to find irrational numbers between 2 irrational numbers. Okay, let the number be 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. Okay, I have given you 2 irrational numbers. Okay, 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. Okay, so I am telling you to find one irrational number between 1 by 3 and 2 by 3. How will you do that? Okay, so what will be your answer? See, what is 1 by 3? 1 by 3 can be expressed as 0.33. Okay, that is 0.3 bar. We can say in this way. And what is 2 by 3? It is 0.666, or we can say as 6.6 bar. Right? Now, within 0.3 and 0.6, how many numbers are lying? There are so many numbers lying, like 0.34, 0.35, 0.36, like this. We can have any number of numbers, but we need to make that irrational. Okay, so irrational number means there will be non-terminating and non-occurring, right? Non-terminating and non-occurring. So let the so the number should be non-terminating and non-occurring. Right, the number should be non-terminating and non-occurring. So what can it be number? So that number be 0.34. So it should be greater than this. Okay, so I'll take any number, okay, and I'll just add some non-terminating terms and which do not follow any kind of pattern. Okay, I can put some non-terminating and non-occurring patterns, means numbers, okay, after this. So this will become my irrational number between these two numbers. So if your question is given as find irrational number between any two numbers, just from the first number to the second number, just greater than the first number but less than the first number, you will pick up one number and we will put some non-terminating, non-occurring terms. Okay, is that clear? Fine. So children, I have a bunch of questions for you, okay, after the end of this video lesson. Okay, after this end of this video, I have few questions for you. and it's for your assignment. Okay, that is assignment 2. So first question is find decimal expansion of 2 by 7. You need to expand it and transform it into decimal number. Okay, next question is show that 6.23152 is a rational number. Okay, as I have solved the example, I have already previously you have seen in the video only that how I have done that. Same way you have to do. Okay, third question is show 0.66. 0.66 is having a bar, which means it's non-terminating. Okay, and this 66 will occur. Okay, in P by Q form where Q is not equal to 0. Fourth one, show 0.2735. 35 is again having a bar in P by Q form where Q is not equal to 0. And the fifth one, find irrational number. Okay, you need to find one irrational number, or to make it two irrational numbers. Okay, find two irrational numbers in between 2 by 3 and 4 by 3. So for this one, always remember the first number that you're taking, first number or second number, whatever you're taking, it should be in between these two numbers. That means greater than this but less than this. Okay, please note down, and within one day I need that all of you complete this task. Okay, so children, was it difficult? I don't think so. It is difficult. Start from the beginning. Whatever assignment that I have given you, please do that and send it within one day. Okay, so we'll see again